to do was talk about this case in a kind of structured way. Talk about the environment at the time, which lets us discuss life cycle and competition. And then I'm going to get your reactions to decisions they made. And then we're going to pull in some consumer behavior related to what influences behavior. I want to talk about the purchase decision process and problem solving, and get some of the terminology on the board. How many people are taking consumer behavior right now? Okay, so about half. You can keep me honest and because this is it. This is one class in consumer behavior and all the details for the present audience. So number one, if we were to do an environmental scan, or this, both Corinne and Errol, who I know well, and it was a lot of fun working with them on this case. And they were, what was nice was they were so open because obviously they made a lot of mistakes, and they admitted, well, we really should pay attention to marketing. And I actually wanted to say something about that because one student last year said, we always do these cases and it just seems like it's always about people who made bad decisions. I'd like to do cases where people made the right decisions so I can learn from those. And I just wanted to say, well, we're not doing cases to criticize. In fact, sort of to live through the decision process with the person in the case and sort of think about would we have done things differently, because none of these decisions, there's always a mix of good and bad decisions. So it's not supposed to be a negative exercise. But they were pretty frank and they said, geez, we really should have paid attention to marketing because they paid attention to a lot of other things. So they started with looking at the environment and doing sort of an environmental scan. So what kinds of things did they see that were significant that said there's an opportunity to connect?
Like all the dogs in like the tabloids and stuff, yes. The celebrities.
So a lot of celebrities, opinion leaders, were out there with their dogs in magazines, so certainly lots of attention.
That it was a large retail area.
So just a lot of growth that pet products was actually growing as a category.
People start considering dogs as a part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
They're treating like a child.
Sort of a child substitute.
Yeah.
So the pet sort of substitutes for a child. For some people, it's kind of like getting experience, and others, it's after the child leaves home. So it becomes part of the family. So social cultural trend, that certainly was an opportunity as well. In here, sort of economics, the size of the market, other factors.
The websites for like Petco and PetSmart were really pretty blatant in that.
So the competitor websites, Petco and PetSmart, we could define them as the market leaders. I don't have their revenues in there, but they were sort of the well-known brands. That their websites were sort of for the masses, not maybe classy enough, so that there's a competitive opportunity. Other points, Molly.
The changing dynamic of families in the country, like more single people living in urban areas, and kind of the different ways that the changes in family composition, like they talked about homosexual partners and single people and those kinds of dynamics.
So people who have maybe different definitions of what a family is, or in terms of their living situation, and sometimes a pet fits into that in a more meaningful way that maybe the pet that's outside most of the time isn't living day to day with the family. So no.
Well, just and also because of those different family structures, that there's people who have money to spend that maybe they would normally spend on getting married or having a child or something like that.
So what were some of the things that you might have read about in this case that pet owners do that shows that there's a lot of money being spent in this industry? Nancy?
They get pet portraiture.
So, portraits.
So like all these services that are
Mhm.
optional, just for disposable income,
Mhm.
not critical to the health and well-being.
Yep, yep.
They got their own magazines.
They're on
Think-
magazines, so that, they're obviously, it's a serious, I don't even want to say hobby, that doesn't sound serious enough, but that, you're an avid participant in this industry, Sheila?
Also the Doggy Fest, a lot of festivals
Mhm.
about dogs and animals.
Yep. Festivals. Corinne?
Doggy daycare.
Doggy daycare,
and that, or
doggy
hang out with
playgroups.
other- That's really important.
So a lot of things that Americans might look at and say, those I'm used to seeing those offered for children, but these are sort of different. And so for those of you who have looked, you might see different things in the supermarket now. Anyone see any of the products I'm talking about that, in the freezer section, like go to the ice cream section?
Yep.
Doggy ice cream, right next to, the ice cream. Yeah.
Even
So anyway, a lot more things.
Isn't that bad for dogs?
Dogs,
Not like normal.
health insurance, lots of money spent on
Actually-
medical, so big investment, lots of economic reasons to jump into this.